Okay, she wants to know why you walk like this. Explain, try to explain.
This is my signature walk, and this is what's going to make me famous.
Keep smizing and stay flawsome. Welcome to MsMojo, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 outrageous America's Next Top Model moments.
I'm so sorry, you guys. I don't mean to be all weak in front of you, but I'm just so lightheaded.
For this list, we're counting down the craziest, most unforgettable moments from the hit modeling competition show's 22 seasons. And yes, we had plenty to choose from.
This is a competition. This is not America's Next Top Best Friend.
Number 10, the Conveyor Belt Catwalk.
And the conveyor belt will be moving.
Are you kidding me?
In Cycle 15, Tyra gave the girls an unforgettable lesson on the art of runway composure.
I was like Gumby on a conveyor belt. It was awful.
Forced to work against the grain in the form of a catwalk conveyor belt, each contestant grinded it out while desperately hoping to minimize the embarrassment.
Oh!
Lord, I did not just say that. It was really bad.
Unfortunately, not all succeeded. One girl nearly broke her butt, while another called out for the Holy Ghost. Definitely not the scenarios that one typically associates with high fashion. By the end, though, everyone realized that a run down the catwalk could be deadly and fierce all at the same time.
I've never felt more embarrassed at one time in my life. I'd rather have natural labor again than do this.
Number 9, Britney's Go Sees meltdown.
Keep your arms under control. Very uncoordinated.
The Go Sees always reveal quite a bit about different personalities, whether it's an ability to connect with the potential designers or a tendency to be frazzled by the concept of time and directions.
Excuse me, do you know where number 25 is on the street?
No, I don't.
Okay, thanks. That's not right. Should have jumped in the cab.
And in Cycle 8, Britney had yet another brain fart by failing to properly communicate with an innocent cabbie.
I asked you to meet me on Cooper Street. I'm gonna go over to Cooper.
Okay.
Thus, leading to an emission of sounds and noises that confused pretty much everyone in earshot.
I asked my cab driver to meet me on Cooper Street, and he didn't show up. I made it to 5. I have a cab driver that didn't put it.
It's okay.
It's not okay.
It is okay.
It sucks because it's not my fault. It's his, because I asked him to meet me over there.
One contestant offered some perspective, if you can call it that.
I just want to tell you that some people have war in their countries.
But unfortunately, Britney had already reached stage 5 of a proper Connie-like meltdown.
I asked him to meet me there, and it took me 2 minutes to run back, and I would have made it.
Don't be, please, don't
Stop telling me not to be upset. I can be upset if I want to. I have a cab driver that didn't listen. I get.
Number 8, Shandi goes too far.
I miss my boyfriend, I do. I really wish he could have experienced this with me. I have no doubts in my mind that I want to be with him.
At first glance, Shandi may not exude that Tyra Banks kind of sensuality, yet she's a woman all the same, a woman with needs.
These girls, self-included, have been like monkeys in a cage, and you drop big bananas inside. Of course they're gonna tear the peels off.
And when a conversation about movie tickets goes horribly wrong in Cycle 2, the Waif contestant reinforced the idea that a boyfriend at home on Top Model doesn't carry much weight, especially when there's all kind of model stuff going on.
I think like a part of me just like got caught up in everything, like just caught up in like the sexual tension, having really good looking guys come over and then all getting into jacuzzi.
You know, like Italian men and hot tubs. We all saw it coming, but nobody expected that Shandi would ask for a little extra seasoning, and certainly not Eric considering his devastating reaction.
Just please tell me what you did. Just tell me.
It's maybe the worst possible thing I could do.
You had sex?
Yeah.
Oh my God, honey. Oh my God.
Number 7, short hair, she cares.
So you're gonna have to say bye-bye to Beauty Queen.
We're not just cutting this just to cut your hair.
Oh,
this
no.
fits your face.
Your face is strong enough to handle that.
Now the wife of Arrow actor Stephen Amell, back in 2004, Cassandra Jean Whitehead was just a 19-year-old beauty queen with a deep connection to beauty queen hair.
Cassandra, why are you crying?
I love my hair.
And when a big makeover drastically altered her appearance in Cycle 5, even Tyra wasn't satisfied with the result and made the controversial decision to chop off even more, 1 inch.
Initially, what Tyra really wanted was like a Mia Farrow cut. Like she wants this all a lot shorter.
See, I'm not really comfortable cutting it again and when I haven't even gotten a chance to really work it yet.
Some girls might have had no problem going forward with such horror in the spirit of competition.
You may not like it at first, but you have to get into it. You have to try to see the good in it.
But this one didn't want anybody to change the essence of who she was, as this was a time when humans did not have the luxury of growing hair back, or something like that.
I have to be myself, and I want to walk out of this competition knowing that I did what I think was right in the long run, and that includes not letting people try and change the way I am.
Number 6, the girl who was owned by a pendulum.
And you girls have to walk through these pendulums.
When an aspiring model signed up for Top Model, she could surely expect catfights and the occasional surprise, but not a multitude of giant runway pendulums that swing back and forth like some kind of weird Japanese game show.
I was so embarrassed thinking, oh man, I messed it up, I blew it.
But this is America's Next Top Model we're talking about here, and regardless of the potential danger, you still gotta work it. Even so, Alexandra had difficulty multitasking in Cycle 14, and still managed to get violently launched off the runway. Or so it might have seemed.
She fell twice. I was like, oh my gosh.
Number 5, flesh-eating bacteria scare.
This morning, I have a couple spots on my face that are actually breaking out, and they look like little, burn circle things.
The human face is capable of expressing a variety of emotions, which definitely helps in the world of modeling. But it's never good when a girl's face begins to peel off.
A little bit more blush, and you are good to go.
Look pretty. And they're like, oh, it's okay, you're beautiful. My face is falling off. How can I be happy about that?
Of course, Michelle's face wasn't actually rotting away.
You ever heard of impetigo?
No.
It's usually caused by bacteria, and it's easily treatable and probably will go away fairly quickly.
But when a house full of freaked out girls are left speculating what the cause was in Cycle 4, one contestant decided that it just might be the horrible flesh-eating bacteria we had all heard so much about.
Did you guys use the same makeup?
I'm gonna die!
Number 4, Elise rants.
If I don't win this contest, start medical school in August.
That's a lot of work.
By the second episode of America's Next Top Model, the bar for crazy was still relatively low, until a pre-med student named Elise went beast mode on everybody's ass in a surprisingly composed fashion.
Most of the tasks that we had to do not rely at all on intelligence. And being smarter than the other girls doesn't give me any advantage.
No, she didn't go off the deep end with all kinds of screaming and crying.
There are the most vapid conversations you've ever experienced going on all around me all the time.
But she delivered a sharp soliloquy that effectively communicated all her problems, covering the C word, Jay and Silent Bob, and destroying all her fellow contestants.
Adrian, stop interrupting me. Stop quoting Jay and Silent Bob right next to my ear. I've had enough of you. Giselle, you worthless. You are so wasteful, bitchy, stupid, you're worthless. Your parents must be ashamed of you.
Despite the self-assurance of Elise, there was a bit of a psycho vibe going on, which probably had the producers super excited because ratings!
Damn it, let me die. You bitches.
Number 3, dangerously high heels.
Today you're going to be put to the ultimate test.
Speaking of ratings, everybody loves to watch a model break a leg, and possibly even both ankles.
A new model cannot fall or stumble in shoes like these.
And by everybody, we mean Tyra Banks and the top model judges.
Your time. Slow down.
In Cycle 6, Tyra gave a, quote, lesson to the girls by forcing the frightened women to walk in some futuristic footwear that likely can't be found online. Even so, such a challenge allowed Tyra to find out whether the contestants could smile through a broken ankle and, just tough the damn thing out. Okay, nobody actually busted an ankle, as there was just one nasty sprain, which surely provided some kind of valuable lesson.
Both my feet were just throbbing, they were pulsating.
Okay, doctor's gonna be here.
I was just like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do this.
Number 2, fainting spell.
Alrighty, first is Rebecca.
I thought that your walk was, good, confident, strong.
The top model panel critique can obviously be a difficult time for contestants, certainly if they're fragile and oh too sensitive.
I mean, it's eating me up inside because I can't get it out.
But when it came for Rebecca Epley's turn in cycle 4, it wasn't the words that floored her, but actually a pre-existing condition. 1 second she's acknowledging the panel, and the next, she's falling directly backwards in front of a shocked audience.
I think you have everything together for a model. You need to work on your presence. I didn't feel that you embraced.
My God!
It had been a few years since her last fainting episode, and thankfully, this televised one didn't cause any serious damage, even if it thoroughly frightened everybody involved.
How many people were scared? Me too. I was really, really scared. The paramedics, they took Rebecca to the hospital, but she's okay. So we're going to continue with judging if that's okay with everybody.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions.
In response to trying to prove myself as an African, that's just where I come from. It's very natural to me. And I did not choose that hat for the very specific reason that it's very cliche. The fabric that it's made from is very artificial, very cheap, fake kente.
Girl down.
Him mad.
JL deserved it because she didn't leave that man alone.
Can you read that?
Yes. Yes.
Or should have wrote eat some carbs. I do have a sense of humor. I thought maybe Cassie had one too.
It's so mind-boggling to me because who writes in someone's food? Who wrote that?
I don't know. My name is Jade, the ace of spades. Rhonda, my dear, I know your skin is bumpy, but my skin is flawless and you look really lumpy.
Oh! Nobody else took it there. Like, nobody was like, yo, Jade, you look like an 85-year-old woman.
Yo, you're blonde, you're too tall for this industry. You know what? I'm in this real and you're not, because let me tell you, they're gonna not blow up your bye.
Number 1, Tyra loses it.
Hi, I'm Tiffany. It's Fashion Week in Paris.
Losing a competition is never easy, but it's also not the end of the world.
You want to go home? If you don't do this, you're going to go home.
While it may be okay to leave another reality show with a smile on your face, don't try it when Tyra's the judge.
And if you don't feel you're worth it, then none of these people behind me and I won't feel like you're worth it.
When Tyra offered up some advice to Tiffany Richardson in Cycle 4, the entire world learned that one does not simply chuckle and laugh it off.
Oh, girl, you gotta stop.
As this model found herself on the receiving end of an epic Tyra tongue lashing that was both emotional and mildly insane.
Be quiet! That's what is wrong with you. Stop it!
I have never in my life yelled at a girl like this. When my mother yells at this, it's because she loves me. I was rooting for you. We were all rooting for you. How dare you? Learn something from this.
It proved how much the original top model cared and how some just don't have what it takes.
Tyra.
She was right. The only thing that's keeping me here was my grandma and my child. And I tried to hang in there for my grandma. My grandma just wants the best for me.
So, do you agree with our selections?
Y'all better work it, girls.
What do you think is the most outrageous top model moment? For more entertaining top 10s published daily, be sure to subscribe to MsMojo.
Today